This stream brought to you by Chick-fil-A. I can't even show the... We're not... Hello, welcome to the Antiquing Hour. I chose to take a drink at the wrong time and make a joke about Chick-fil-A. I am your host, Mikey Newman, as always, here with Ben. How you doing?
I'm great, Mikey. I love that apparently your theme this week is poor choices. I'm on board with it. I'm.
You want to know how bad my choices are? So today, because want to keep everything above board, I went and bought the Star Wars prequels on Blu-ray, and the guy at the store was so disappointed. I brought it up, and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Do I look sure, man?"
You should.
But is for
you don't appreciate
upcoming
art,
Movies and Mikey episodes.
I'm just gonna check the settings quickly. We got widescreen. I'm not gonna do anything with that. Speaker settings good. Quit. Now, will that quit me to DOS on the N64?
Yeah, it's the breakout program.
It is asking me if I'm sure.
I think you need to know.
Alright, well, it didn't. I want to know what DOS looks like on an N64.
It like quits the options menu. What a weird thing. Hello chat. Hello everyone. I'm very excited about this week's quiz. I feel very proud of the end result, which isn't usually my feeling.
I've never played this game before. I think I played it briefly on the Rare collection.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my name in. Hang on. It's a great.
Aunt Eustace. Oh, old Aunt Eustace used to talk about Force Gemini in the glory days of Rareware software.
There we go. It's Aunt Eking.
I don't even know what.
It's the Aunt Eking hour, Mikey.
Oh, so that's like the worst. You're like legitimately.
You see,
the worst joke ever told.
The minute I told, I had to explain.
And I just bought the prequel.
Oh man, the look of like pure disappointment that just washed over your face was just.
Yeah, as it came to me.
Yeah. Your camera's got out of focus. That's how disappointed you are. There you go. You're back now.
Whatever. It's whatever. I'll just move. So, on a scale of 1 to super fan, where would you say your love of Rare lands? Because like, to me, Rare was Pixar before Pixar. Like when you're a kid.
That's not an unfair comparison. Like, honestly, the first time I became aware of Rare as an entity was probably Donkey Kong Country, but I know that I played some Rare stuff before that. But Donkey Kong Country was kind of really... That was my earliest entry point where I was like, oh, Rare, like, because that logo, the wireframe, kind of stood out in my mind as a kid, and I kind of followed them from that point onwards. But yeah, they were doing a lot of really cool stuff back in the day that they're maybe not doing as much of now. No, is it Sea of Thieves? Looks really, really good. Looks really good.
Yeah, we talked about it on stream.
We did, yeah.
We were gonna start a crew.
Yeah.
When we are able. We're not currently able. God, my stupid allergies going nuts. Anyway, I wrote you a 10-question quiz.
Okay.
Let me scribble your name here at the top. Don't want to get any points off because you didn't follow instructions.
Of course. And of course, the rule, as always, is if I fail the over/under, I have to eat this delicious British candy bar, an arrow.
Okay, well then we need to set your over/under. So I wrote basically the ultimate Rare fan quiz.
My phone ringing. Nice, good job, me.
So it goes through like pretty much everything Rare's ever done. It's pretty hard, and based on what you've said so far, I'm gonna set your over/under at 4.
Okay. That
You gotta
sounds
beat 4.
reasonable.
And there are multiple choice. There's 3 answers, so it's still guessable.
Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and start.
All right.
Get rid of this cutscene.
I've been pressing buttons for 8 full calendar years, and I can't skip this.
Oh, well, at least it's violent in a endearing way.
Ben Beasley, that was the emulator, by the way. That was not the feed. You're good. That was us.
Number 1. Rare evolved from a smaller company called A. Rippin' Game, B. Ultimate Play the Game, or C. Within the Game.
I'm pretty confident it's Ultimate Play the Game.
You are correct. You are a true Rare fan.
The legends were true.
By the way, in the chat, as always, if you want to get our attention, tag at FilmJoy so it'll highlight the comment for us. It's a little easier to get moving. Number 2, you're 1 for 1. You're trying to get...
That's it. I did it 100%. I nailed it.
I quit. I'm out.
I'm going to reward myself with this delicious... No, okay.
Putting my jersey in the rafters. It's time to go home. Number 2. The first Nintendo game Rare worked on was A. Ghouls and Ghosts, B. Wizardry 3, or C. Slalom.
I'm going to need those again in a minute. I'm trying to figure out how my guy does the not... There we go. That was me. It
was a good look.
Yeah.
Squeegee in the ground. So what are you doing right now? Besides looking... Just doing your... Just me! Just Jeff!
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Carl Qatar. Wait, hang on.
I'm Carl Qatar.
Did that
I'm here last week. Here we go.
There we go. Okay, so I was figuring out what the jump is, and jump is up on the C buttons, which is up on the Xbox right stick. That seems very intuitive, and I'm definitely gonna... Oh, look, it's Yoda. It's
like Gremlins Yoda.
Yeah,
it's Sprite and yeah.
It's like Yoda and a gremlin stepped into the transporter from The Fly and got Goldblumed. I need the question again. I'm sorry.
The first Nintendo game Rare worked on was A. Ghouls and Ghosts, B. Wizardry 3, C. Slalom.
I want to say Ghouls and Ghosts.
Incorrect.
Boo.
It was
No, I'm
Slalom.
right. No, I'm sorry. I've decided I was right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Rare would do like little call-in helps back in the day when they were Ultimate Play the Game. Yeah, Slalom. That was the first thing Rare worked on. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Number 3. The jetpack robot in Blast Corps, the greatest game ever made, is named...
Jet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
A. Jumper, B. Jam Blaster, or C. J-Bomb.
Jam Blaster. Jam Blaster is a name. I want it to be Jam Blaster, so I'm going to go with Jam Blaster.
It's J-Bomb.
Ah, damn, that would have been my actual choice.
Yeah.
But I wanted it too bad, you know?
It's important that what is listed as factually in that question is that Blast Corps is the greatest game ever made.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it in right now that that's our next week game because I love the Rare Quick Kick and I love Blast Corps. Number 4. You are 1 for 3. Number 4.
It's 33%.
When Control-A-ing and Control-V-ing the Wikipedia entry for GoldenEye 007 into Word, it was A. 26 pages long, B. 48 pages long, or C. 5 pages long.
Is this an actual question, or is this a bit?
I really did this. I Control-A...
What possessed
the GoldenEye
you to do this?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny length, like measuring things and just copying and pasting them into Word with default settings.
Mikey, you and your length humor.
Oh man.
So give me that. So you said 24 pages, 26 pages, or 5 pages?
Yeah, 26, 48, or 5.
It's either going to be ridiculously long or not as long. I think 5 pages. 5 pages seems reasonable.
Incorrect.
No!
26.
Never!
I mean, the question is, so there's about 2 pages of just, like, tables and bullcrap, so that, like, 2 of them are nothing. But that's how long the entry is. It's 26 pages. That's a lot of people caring about GoldenEye. Like the plot entries, and we're getting into rare plots in a second. They're the best.
I bet that is a longer entry than the movie gets. I want to know what the
factually correct by a factor of probably 5.
Wow.
Are you ready? Speaking of 5s, are you ready for number 5?
Yeah, let's do that.
Diddy Kong Racing. Rare's N64 racing classic, though not as good as Blast Corps, features a plot where Timber the Tigers, A, taxes are due, so he's throwing a big racing festival to earn the money. B, parents are out of town, so he throws a race with his friends. Or C, his subjects no longer respect him as their king, so he'll prove he's the best with a race.
I feel like it's that one. That one feels right.
You're just like, don't ever say those again.
I think it's the he doesn't respect the royalty thing.
Incorrect.
Is it
his
taxes?
Parents are out of town?
Oh, so it's like that one Aaron Carter song then.
Timber the Tiger from Diddy Kong Racing is voiced by Aaron Carter.
Oh,
you figured it out.
Yeah. Do I get a point for that very true, not at all fake fact?
It's all X's. You are 1 for 5.
This is the worst quiz I've ever done. I'm gonna have to quiz you one of these days.
That would work. Number 6. In Battletoads, the Dark Queen's ship is called the A, Gargoa, B, Gargantua, C, Gigantia.
These are all very similar, and I feel like that was done on purpose. Is it?
Oh, you're gonna see how similar I make my answers on purpose here.
Is it A, the Gargoa, B, the Salty Boy, or C? No.
The hashtag Salty Boy.
I'm gonna go with Gargantua on that one.
That is correct.
Yeah, I was bound to get one. Even a broken clock is, gets 2 out of 10 quiz questions correctly.
Basically, 3 more out of the last 4. One I gave you a freebie for that I'm not even gonna give you the answers for it first because I think you can answer it without it.
Okay.
Number 7. We're not to that question yet. This is my favorite question I've ever asked you, though. And pay attention. Don't shoot bugs for a second.
Okay, I'm listening.
I mean, do shoot bugs. Be entertaining. All right.
Take that, bugs.
Do you remember the game Battletoads in Double Dragon?
I do. I think I had it for the Super Nintendo. If I didn't have it, then I certainly stole it from a friend.
Well, I hope you've been studying up. Battletoads in Double Dragon features the heartbreaking backstory that A, the Earth's military has been neutralized, so the Battletoads have to fight the spaceship that came out of the moon. B, the Earth's military is neutralized, so the Battletoads have to fight the giant robotic scorpion that came out of the ocean. Or C, the Earth's military has been neutralized, so the Battletoads have to fight the bloodthirsty robot army that came out of the sewers.
All of those sound delightful. It's the moon.
It is. You are correct.
Dang, I'm starting to get these. Too little, too late, but still.
3 out of 7. Let's not throw the party yet.
Let's not have a party.
Number 8. I'm going back to the Battletoads well here. In Battletoads in Battle Maniacs.
I think that might be the one I'm most familiar with.
The game begins with A. The professor tries to teach the Toads about fire safety with the Cycone Corporation Safety video series, or the Totally Actually People Everyone Safety, or TAPES for short. B. The professor catches them trying to hop their skateboards over the Cycone Corporation's Totally Tubular Dig Site, the Totally Really Excavation Navigation Center Headquarters, or Trench for short. Or C. The professor invites them to see Cycone Corporation's first demonstration of the virtual reality system, the Totally Really Integrated Playing System, or TRIPS for short.
Yeah, these are... Oh, I fell into a waterhole.
I would like acknowledgement that I had to come up with 2 other acronyms.
I mean, good job. Certainly, kudos are in order for having to come up with 2 acronyms that are kind of in the same wheelhouse.
Yeah, but like terrible in the same way.
Just equally dire. Just depressing. I think depressing is the word we're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Trips. The VR one.
That is correct.
Nice.
VR was big when Super Nintendo Battletoads came out.
That is true. A lot of CG
Apparently
stuff.
it is. Alright, here's the gimme. Number 9. Rare ported Marble Madness to which system?
That's the NES. They handled the NES version.
I was giving you that one for free.
Trying to make me feel better, huh?
Yes. Wait, did you beat the spread? I think you might have. Yeah, you beat the spread.
Nice.
You got 5. Number 10. This one's awesome. Number 10. The plot for Killer Instinct 2, as stolen from Wikipedia, is A. Idol's death at the hands of B. Orchid accidentally sets off a time warp, transporting some of the combatants back in time and allowing the Demon Lord Gargos to escape from Limbo. B. Glacius's death at the hands of Jago accidentally starts a vortex that threatens to destroy the Earth if the fighters don't fight each other to save it. And if the fighters don't fight each other to save it, might be my favorite thing ever. C. Saberwolf's death at the hands of Kilgore accidentally starts World War III, only this time Earth is fighting another planet.
All of those stories sound like awful, 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 awful.
Do you know there's a lot of Jet Force Gemini fanfiction? Like a lot.
Did you look up fanfic?
I didn't want to make this show a thing where we shame people for their loves.
No.
But I did look up. Yeah, I looked it up and read it. There's enough to get you started.
the Jet Force Gemini archive of our own starter set.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with the World War III one. I think that's very believable.
Incorrect. It was actually the one where B. Orchid kills Idol, setting off the time warp, transporting some of the combatants. I guess they just didn't want to include everybody in the game.
They were out of memory.
You got a perfectly mediocre 5 out of 10.
Nice. I'm average.
Nope, that's still an F-.
No! God damn your American scale.
It's a 50! 50 is failing everywhere. Everywhere.
I've decided that is not true. Well, I'm gonna reward / punish myself.
Where in the world can you get a 50 and not fail?
How is knowing half of the relevant information a failure? That's the thing I want to know.
Not knowing half of it seems like the failure.
Gotta wait for this thing to charge up. So
I haven't had much of a chance to kind of monitor what you're doing. Are you having a great time?
I mostly seem to be confused.
Are you having a time?
I'm having a controller in my hand. Or I have to shoot this lock, but I don't have enough juice to charge all 4. So I'm sure that there's some manner of thing I'm supposed to do. I've been mostly baffled by this game since I started playing it. I'm not gonna lie. It feels... I get kind of vague... It feels like an on-rails version of Unreal, aesthetically.
It feels like the level of Micro Machines where you're flying the helicopter in the garden from like a 3D perspective.
Yeah. Mouse Army asked us, first question, what is the best video game weapon? Best or most iconic? Because most iconic for me is going to be the BFG.
Yeah, that's where I don't... So, like, I consider... Let me put it this way. Anything Samus Aran carries is automatically better than what Doomguy carries.
I mean, that's true.
To me. Well, right. So, like, her gun, to me, is... I don't know. I have trouble separating the games from, because like when people ask this question, it's always like the cerebral bore from Turok 2 and all this.
I've actually never played any Turok game.
You're not missing much.
That's what I'm told. I remember seeing PC ports of it as a kid and thinking, oh, I thought that was an N64 game, and then that was it. That was the extent of my exposure to Turok.
When they shipped it on PC, it was just called Draw Distance.
Yeah, all of the box art was just, it was just like grey. Just a solid, massive grey.
It was grey.
Bye everyone, gray. See ya.
Catch us next week. All right.
That's how that goes.
It's like Mickey Mania all over again.
No, I had some core competencies in Mickey Mania. I am not particularly gifted at this.
I don't remember so much about it. Like, I really liked it.
This is it.
Can you walk? How close to that wall can you get behind you? So yeah, like see where the green light is?
Yeah.
So that's not a real normal map. That's just a picture of a normal map rendered out in something else to make it look like there's a green light on it. Which for N64 is pretty clever. It's just a little obvious. Why did you just keep jumping off?
I thought I could make the jump over to the thing, and it turns out I could not make the jump over to the thing. Which I think means we've all learned a little something here today, I think. About peer pressure. Let me see if I can... No! So long, everyone!
This seems like a really bad...
person playing the game right now?
Yeah, well, I let you finish it, so it's not rude. It seems really easy to die. It seems like
that's a very polite
3 easy to die.
It seems like a very polite way to say, Ben, you suck at this.
Get good.
Get good, scrub.
Scrorb.
Skirt.
Because I feel like any insult has to be purposely misspelled to meme it. So you're a scorb.
I'm a scorb.
A scorb.
I don't know how to open this box.
Open the chest. Shoot button should work. But you need to open the chest. Is what chat is saying.
Oh, here we go.
You did it.
It's the A button. I found the machine gun. Take care with its rapid but inaccurate firepower.
Jeez, it's nagging you from moment one. I mean, it's pretty good. Maybe. In the right hands. Which aren't yours.
Good job, idiot. Is what it should have said.
Freeze rim. Idiot.
I just want a game where it's like, congratulations, you suck slightly less now.
Get us more questions, please.
Yeah, vomit your questions into the chat.
Ben will figure out how to open things slowly. So Machine Gun will help you here because it does have the power.
I got the power.
It's really just a setup.
There we go.
It's kind of a cool door mechanic.
Cool door mechanic is the name of my favorite cereal. I'm sorry. I tried. Do you want to do better? Do you want to have another go? Do you want to have a proper go?
No, I just want to let that linger in the air like a fart.
Oh.
Like, just really soaking it for a second.
Is that what you do with farts historically?
Yeah, I just open the room up. N64 controller layout. Love, hate, indifferent. That is the question.
That's a question.
Where are you at on that? 64?
I kind of like the N64 controller. I liked how versatile it was for different games. What I don't like is how little that versatility was taken advantage of at the time. I mean, that was a controller that was very clearly built around Mario 64.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, it does some cool stuff, but it also means that there are games that don't make any sense when you play them, like the N64 version of Mortal Kombat 4. The controls are just, it's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fighting games on N64 pretty much altogether were not. Except for Fighter's Destiny.
There weren't a lot of them. I mean, I remember they did Mortal Kombat 4.
Well, there was like Biofreaks and War Gods and just those first midway 3D fighters. Bad.
Yeah. Except for Mortal Kombat 4, which as we all know is the pinnacle of the genre.
I did, like if you said favorite Mortal Kombat game, I would refuse the question. Because I'm just like, ah.
Not your thing?
People get excited. Like when it was first out, it was like everyone wanted to show each other the fatalities and the gore, and it's like,
oh yeah,
its number one selling point has never not been the gore.
Yeah, that first game was it's not, the mechanically that first game is garbage, but the violence level being entirely on a whole other level from what was out at the time, kind of, that's what drew people in. Mortal Kombat 2 at least has is doing some very interesting stuff technically, but it's still a much simpler fighting game when compared to things like Street Fighter 2 and World Heroes and stuff like that. He said as if he knows anything about fighting games.
I love the N64 controller. I still do. I love that it's weird. Moving on. Robert Matthews asks, have games been getting better or worse over the past 10 years?
Yes to both. Because it really depends. Like, that's such an objective thing.
So this one thing that I've been waiting, and my answer is yes for this really dumb specific reason. I've been waiting for decades for a game to come by where you're rewarded on patience and realistic like combat encounter distances. Basically, like PUBG does everything that every game has been told never to do. Your combat encounter distances are ludicrous. They happen slow and erratically. It basically does everything wrong.
So I died, and then the boss I was killing died, and then the door unlocked. So I'm wondering if that counts as
you're doing it.
A victory on my part. Sorry.
You're doing it. No, I was just saying like PUBG makes me answer yes because we sort of allowed letting the player be bored. And if you ever worked at a game company, you might not experience that conversation from that angle. But that's a big thing when you're making a multiplayer game, is like the amount of time it takes players to find each other. Everybody wants it immediately, and that game breaks every rule.
Yeah.
I love that.
But that's the thing, is like a lot of the big games, or a lot of big games over the last like 5-10 years have been games that broke the rules. Like Minecraft just kind of goes, here you go, get on with it. Minecraft is another rule-breaking game, and it's a global phenomenon. Like,
agreed. What do you think makes a bad movie bad? I mean that one's a million things. Infinite number of things. Be more selective with my questions.
Directed
Do you
by
think
Tim
GoldenEye
Burton.
holds up at all?
The original? Yeah.
I think the movie does and the game does.
The movie, I think, has the problem the movie has, and I feel like we've had this conversation before, but the problem that the movie has is it looks like it was made for television. It's still a really good movie. Like, I rewatched it relatively recently, and I still love GoldenEye. It was like one of my go-to Christmas movies every year. I don't think visually it's aged very well. It doesn't look like a theatrical feature.
Yes. What's funny about GoldenEye, it was directed by Martin Campbell. And what you just said will make this make sense. Martin Campbell directed Green Lantern. Which doesn't look like a movie. But what the curveball is Martin Campbell also directed Casino Royale, which is the most, I mean, outside of Skyfall, is the most like film-looking one.
It's the most Bond movie.
Yeah, and he's so all over the place. I love it.
The game mechanically, I think, still holds up. I mean, because the mechanics of GoldenEye carried over to Perfect Dark and then to the Time Splitters games. And for my money, Time Splitters Future Perfect is still one of, if not the best, first-person shooters put out on a console. Like, it is one of my go-to multiplayer console games when I have friends over.
I don't think Halo exists without GoldenEye. Oh, this is a fun one from M. Stevens. What is the most baffling design choice you've encountered in a game?
Gosh. I'll let you go first on that one.
Mylon's Secret Castle, you just have to bubble every square on the board. Because like all the doors are secrets, even though they shouldn't be. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but you end up just sort of like shooting literally every square on the screen over the course of the whole game, and that's how you beat it.
Huh.
You just try everything all the time. It's really bad.
Huh. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything immediately atrocious.
Everything in Force Gem.
Yeah, right now I'm kind of gently lost. Rise of the Robots. In most versions of that CG pre-rendered 2D fighting game from Mirage Software, in most versions of it, you cannot jump over the other player. You can't jump over to the other side of the screen. At all. And
I love this question from Dane Enderton. What is your favorite fighting game and why is it Power Stone? My favorite fighting game is Power Stone, so yes. It's the only fighting game I ever learned how to to play at a semi-professional level, you know. It was the only game I was ever like that one guy you never want to play. Because like Street Fighter, there are the people that all know how to do everything, and then there's everybody else, and they're like, let's play Street Fighter, and you play one round, and you're like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm like that with Power Stone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yay!
I think that was
I just imagine him going, yippee!
Yahoo! Wrong game, Ben.
That was very close, though.
Yeah. Well, I at a convention a couple of years ago just spent like 15 minutes just sitting down with Charles Martinet, just yahooing at each other.
There you
just
go.
for fun, you know, for fun and in his case profit. Be more dead. There we go. Oh, I have a machine gun. Why haven't I been using that this whole time? Ben. Okay, least favorite gameplay mechanic. It defaults to the pistol when I should be better.
Yeah. Hey, FilmJoy, not if we can turn video games into movies, but should we turn video games into movies? I actually have an episode about that coming up. In May. Sorry, I had to check my schedule. I have a whole board up here with all the stuff on it.
I did the latest episode of my recently launched podcast, The Life Toyetic, in which my friend Molly and I watch a movie with toyetic qualities. We watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And that film, I think, makes a compelling argument for no. But my feeling is that you can take anything and turn it into a movie if you have the right, the right people working on the adaptation. Like, good stuff becomes bad movies just as frequently as bad stuff becomes good movies. I
don't know if it's that simple anymore. And case in point, Warcraft. I think the machines are too big, and the machines have like Mario Brothers couldn't happen today because Nintendo threw that over the fence, and they're like, Dennis Hopper will figure it out. He didn't. He wasn't. I mean, the directors was an Italian couple, wasn't it? I mean, it's such a weird, strange story.
They had directed a bunch of episodes of Max Headroom, and that was kind of the thing they had done at that point.
Yes. That's what it was. Yeah, I just think the industry changes, but I'm speaking sort of directly against the idea of the Holy Grail video game movie. I'm not sure it's a thing we can figure out, and I have a lot of opinions about that.
I mean, there's a lot of, and maybe this is not the conversation for you and I to be having, but so I'm going to stop. I think there's meat on that conversational bone, but I think that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to go through what I'm going to do in the episode. Where did it go? Oh, Debo Molina asks, and this is like my favorite question ever: have you encountered any conspiracy theories about you or Ben?
No. Should I have?
Yeah, there won't be any about this show, about us together. Although I welcome the day. I don't.
I don't.
There are conspiracies about me floating around though.
Really?
With movies of Mikey. I'm a soy boy. I take liberal money. Apparently that's the thing. I don't know. But there are. They're silly.
Huh. I don't know what a conspiracy theory about me would be. I do know that there are...
It'll be the same. SJW, soy boy, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no, there's... You know what? Yeah, there is one... There are two
man.
Conspiracy theories about me. One is from the early days of Port Center, which was... Ben is faking his accent. He's not actually American. He's not actually British. Which,
You're an amazing actor if that's the case.
Also, it's like The Prestige where I'm just doing it all the time. I can't imagine having to keep this up. This is exhausting. I would love to be able to do a proper American accent. Because a number of times I've actually gone to audition for stuff and they've been like, that's great, can you do it in American? And I have to say, no.
Just put it all on your front jaw. Like when you're trying to control your voice, just talk right here and pronounce everything, and then American accent is a lot easier to learn than the 50 different English ones.
Yeah, we have a bunch of accents. But the other one is that I'm not proud of this, but I did used to do a blog that was very not friendly to game journalists, and I was a different person.
You were a real dick, and a lot of my friends don't like you as a result.
Yeah, it was not great, and I look back on what I did, and I'm very ashamed of it because it was garbage. Like, it was very angry, and it came from an angry person who was at an angry point in his life, and
you were a young boy who thought he owned more in video games and could control the conversation.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But I but when I that's the song now. That's the theme of this show. So good job, Mikey. But because I stopped doing the blog, and because I've done such a complete 180 on my opinion about game journalism,
Because you got information about how shit actually works. It's amazing how
like I got educated. Like that makes such a difference. But because I did that, there's this huge contingent of people. I'll say huge. There is a group of people who believe that I either was paid to stop doing the blog, or that I was trying to appease industry masters to become myself some form of household gaming name. And the fact that I'm so phenomenally rich and famous now, I think, just goes to show how true that statement was. Sorry, the joke there is that I'm incredibly poor and have no fame.
I know. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Mikey, tell Ben to stop killing the natives. I don't know who the natives are. They could be the boxes, for all I know.
Yeah, this planet is populated entirely by indigenous boxes.
I think they gave you a crosshair. If it walks into it, it should die.
Yeah. I have a very that angry general in Mars Attacks mentality towards things that are not me.
Here's a fun question. Benjamin,
yes.
What is your favorite soda?
My favorite soda of all time? Okay, it is a store brand of cola from the UK called Classic Cola. Because it just tastes nice, and it also tastes of my childhood, and it's very difficult. That's a difficult taste to beat.
I just had a Barks near me, so I just made that the joke. I don't know. I think soda's probably bad for you, and we shouldn't drink it, so having a favorite one's probably not great. I'm from Texas, so I probably got to say Dr. Pepper. I don't know.
What's your favorite cigarette? No, let's start that conversation again. My favorite cigarette is none.
Your favorite what is? What?
No, well, it's bad for you, so you shouldn't have a favorite one. So my immediate response to that was, what's your favorite cigarette? What's your favorite brand of cigarette? Don't actively think about it, Michael.
The cigarette kind, the kind like from Lost, where it would just be a white pack that says cigarettes.
I'm quite fond of candy cigarettes.
I imagine they don't taste very good. I like they have to be whatever like the crappier version of a Smartie is.
American Smarties are already pretty bad.
Well, you hate all American candy. This is like Galaga all of a sudden.
Yeah, I do not have enough ammo to like.
What if you were good at this? You think that would help?
Is that like
no?
That's like season 5 of Black Mirror is what if Ben was good at video games? That's the first episode. Like, how does that impact? Gosh dang it! Oh, I did something.
You got like part of a cutscene trigger, but it didn't trigger all the way.
That switch flicked.
Oh, you're like in a Zelda game now. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really digging this game very, very much at all.
What is your dream video game adaptation? I thought we kind of said something. All right, so who is your director for your dream video game adaptation? They list Denis Villeneuve. I can never say Villeneuve. Villeneuve with Metroid, which I think is a pretty good combo. I don't think there's narrative bones for Dunny to really sink his teeth into on Metroid, but you know.
I like that the body still twitches after I die. It makes me feel like I'm contributing in some way. Who would I want to direct? It really depends on.
I would start with the director. Like to me, it's like okay, let's say Fincher. Fincher is always good. So,
Edgar Wright. I'll go with Wright. Because
Edgar Wright's interesting.
He hasn't steered me wrong, and also he's kind of touched on this territory a little bit with Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, and to me that leads to like you wanna pick something probably older, you know, like Edgar Wright could have written and directed Pixels, for example, and I think it would have been genius.
Oh, it would have been so good.
Exact same concept, just let someone with Ben, what's the word?
Vision?
Brains and vision.
Yes. Core competencies.
Yep. So Yeah, Edgar Wright would do like Pixels justice.
I would give Edgar Wright Smash TV. That's like my first thought.
Smash TV is like such a great, because like a lot of video games don't make good films. Like everyone wants it, but a Zelda movie probably not going to be great.
It's
because
probably,
there's too much that's
think,
sort of expected. Like everyone just hates it. Like by default is pretty much how that would go.
God, I hate the Zelda movie. There isn't one. I know it sucks.
There's everything wrong. It's like which branching plotline did they choose?
Yeah, we're gonna do a movies with Mikey kind of parody takedown video of like 15 things wrong with the Zelda movie. There isn't one. No, it's bad though. But they never. No, and this is why, because there's 15.
Brett Ratner's A Link to the Past.
No, Brett Ratner would do The Adventure of Link, because Brett Ratner definitely, that's his favorite Zelda game.
Hey, eat a sponge. I like Zelda 2. I like it a lot.
Brett Ratner presents Legend of Zelda: The Phantom Hourglass.
You lost me at Brett Ratner presents. It's like, ugh.
Brett Ratner presents the sound of untempered wailing.
Now I'm just going through Brett Ratner movies in my brain. That's not good.
Did he do The Watch? With Ben Stiller and Richard Ayoade?
Was that him?
I think it was.
The Neighborhood Watch movie? Probably. Because it's like, he did all the Rush Hours, because why not? He has sort of like this really strange career. But like X3 was him. So he ruined X-Men at least once. He'll probably do it again later. He's executive producer of the Lego Ninjago movie.
Which is so far my least favorite Lego movie. It's still fun, but...
I didn't see it. I didn't like that Lego was like, we can also be rich just by only doing our own stuff. Like, they didn't want to do the Lego Batman movie. Now it's Ninjago.
Yeah. Well, they don't have to pay for whatever licensing to do that one.
What were you asking me if you directed? Because Tower Heist was one of the things I was thinking about.
Is that Tower Heist? That's the
no, that
I
was
know the Richard.
What were you asking?
It's gone now. I know we were talking about video game movies. I'm still stuck on like Edgar Wright directing Smash TV, but my brain can't.
Probably Bird of Beast.
Who would you then? Okay, so we've got Edgar Wright directing a Smash TV movie. Like, if you had to construct a narrative out of it, I mean, there's already a movie that is basically Smash TV, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. But I forget the name of it. That wasn't Running Man.
Oh, The Running Man.
Yeah, it was Running Man.
Yeah.
But if you had to do it as... If you had to do a Smash TV movie, if you had to cobble a loose narrative around the no narrative, like, what would that be?
So with that specific kind of reflection of society, kind of social commentary thing, even though it's Smash TV, I think Spike Lee would actually bring a really honest, like interesting take to that. Because I think if you're gonna do it, you need to lean on the social commentary with like real commentary. So I would like to see Spike Lee handle something like that. But Smash TV was basically just, we saw the movie Running Man and made a game, right? So there's that. We've been in this area a while, I think.
I have died and come back to the start of this area.
For what I thought was just kind of a throwaway, quick little Rare game, I don't want to say it's deep, like it has depth, but I don't know.
Depth is not the word I would use. I would use...
It's like surprisingly, shockingly shallow.
Yeah, there's not really a tremendous... And the game doesn't tell you, you suck, we're going back to the beginning. You just die and you're there.
I can't tell how far you are because everything looks so samey.
It's the problem that
And everyone is just wishing we were playing Earth Defense Force.
That would have been a better choice, and I've never played it before.
What's a movie that the majority of humanity would agree is awful that you absolutely and unironically love? That question is from Robert Matthews. I don't know why I said it like that. Question is brought to us by Robert Matthews.
If you would like to leave a voicemail message for Robert Matthews.
Hello, Robert Matthews. Happy birthday. Today is your day, Robert Matthews.
This is an automated recording for Robert Matthews. We are calling to inform you that your car has been towed. To get your... I don't know.
I'm trying to, like, make that nightmare future make more sense. Welcome to Facebook Home. That's what runs your house. Get 4 likes on turning your lights on.
I'm sorry, Robert Matthews. You do not have enough likes or shares to use your refrigerator this evening.
So, what was your movie? The majority of humanity
That would agree is
thumps
great.
their nose at.
A terrible movie that we love.
My immediate response is Muppets from Space. Just because I like it. I don't have a good reason. It's very bad. But I like it.
I have no memory of that movie.
They confirmed that Gonzo is an alien. It kind of goes there.
I always thought he was an anteater. Like everyone's he's a whatever. Is he? I thought he was just an anteater.
Well, canonically he's an alien now.
Oh, it's disappointing. I like the first act of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I like everything up to and including the fridge nuking. Everything after that is a hot mess. But I still think that...
I hate the first scene of that. Like, and I get what you're saying. There is some really good stuff in there that were the right ideas on how to update Indy, you know?
Yeah.
That opening scene, though, when it's like, we're best friends... Me and this character you never met. Oh, he double-crossed me.
Yeah, that bit doesn't quite work.
It doesn't and like he starts in the trunk just because George Lucas thought Indy will look good coming out of a trunk. It's like it's weird.
I think it was the idea of the character.
What's with the Gophers? What is with the Gophers?
You are asking questions to which I do not know the answer.
You know what happens to cute little animals in Indiana Jones movies? They eat the poison berries. That's what happens to cute, but like not anymore. All the animals are fine. The monkeys are fine. The ants are fine. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of pent-up aggression about that thing. Just like your dead, stupid dead body, dead.
I'm this close.
You're still looking at shoot. You're flailing.
We've only ever done this in one other show, but I'm seriously considering changing the game at this point. This is not good.
Now I'm trying to think of what canonic what can you fire up that gives people this feeling?
Earthworm Jim 3D. Straight away. Like that's not even a contest.
How? I've never even seen Earthworm Jim 3D.
Oh, do you want to see Earthworm Jim 3D?
I don't know, chat. Let us know. Would you like to see Earthworm Jim 3D?
Yeah. Hashtag worm it for Earthworm Jim.
And people in the comments are getting mad because I haven't given a Sheboygan yet, but this game is just not Sheboygan.
No.
Would you say Earthworm Jim 3D is Sheboygan?
I think it might be. Do not ask for whom the Sheboygans. It's Sheboygans for me.
Lot of yeses. Go.
All right, let's do it.
Hashtag Wormit is happening in the comments, like legit. All right, Earthworm Jim.
All right.
If that is your real name.
Gosh dang it! Look at this. This is a real game that got made by people.
This is kind of a good animation. I like this.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like the Earthworm Jim games have always been top notch with animation. Except then that's not great.
Well, I mean, they're working with like tiny constraints.
Yeah, they're working with what they got.
Earthworm Jim 3D. This never even came up on my radar.
Do we want to play?
How late in the N64?
This was, I want to say 98, 99? I might be wrong.
I feel like we need to hear how bad the voice acting is. So yeah, English.
Okay. Oh, this is just for the subtitles. The I'm pretty confident the VO, what little there is still in English. But I
Drop dead, cracker. Like what?
This is the jibber jabber. I think jibber jabber is they took the English text, translated it into Chinese using Google Translate, and then translated it back. I think that's what this is, because it was, you know. Because I don't think anyone who worked at Shiny worked on this game. And this has actually, it's more based on the cartoon than anything else. Like, Dan Castellaneta is the voice of Jim in this.
I vaguely remember that cartoon.
They are impotent to help.
My favorite Earthworm Jim characters, Dr. Bear and Elvis.
Good job. Yeah, the idea is he gets concussed by a cow and he's lost his marbles and he's in a coma and you're inside your own head collecting marbles.
That's a very cartoon sort of logic. Okay, is this better than Bubsy 3D?
Marginally. I
was not expecting you to be a little on the fence because I thought like literally all of video games ever.
I'm actually changing the subtitles back. I'm changing the subtitles to English. Yeah, Bubsy 3D is pretty wretched.
You're as smart as ... Ponscom.
Yeah, how smart you are depends on how many marbles you've collected throughout the course of the game. There was
So it is Bubsy 3D.
Yeah. There is I actually touched on there was a Game Boy Color game called Earthworm Jim Menace to the Galaxy that was developed by the guys who did the Game Boy Advance port of the first not Earthworm Jim, of the first Doom.
Yeah.
David A. Palmer Productions.
That you? Hi, I'm Kyle Katarn.
Hey y'all, I'm Kyle Katarn.
Today I'm a worm that shoots machine guns.
I wonder how long we can talk like this before everyone stops watching the stream.
And by the way, that was Ben's 100% accurate American accent.
Oh boy!
Went into the audition. Hi. Do you remember that part in The Disaster Artist where they're like, could you just do an American accent? And he's like, hello, I am from America. Like, it's the worst thing ever.
I'm getting a good frame rate on this. I thought this would run at like 30, but it's running at 60, which surprises me.
Well, I mean, you're gonna need that when you start doing the frame perfect jumps.
Yeah. By the way, this is the world's first and only Earthworm Jim 3D speedrun.
First of all, it's not the only one. You know there's one.
Oh, there's almost certainly. So I'm walking on my own brain matter right now.
Yeah, I don't quite I guess you're like in an inner space sort of.
But it's also like a visual metaphor for.
What's on the wall?
Oh, that one over there?
I thought it was like Venom's head. Like, see how when you only view the bottom, it looks like two Venom eyes?
Yeah, I see it.
But when you go all the way up, it's more obvious. Who wins in a fight, asks Mouse Army. Earthworm Jim or the worms from Worms?
The worms from Worms win.
Yeah, without question or thought.
There is a 0% contest.
Well, yeah, I mean, they survived the test of time in the game industry.
Yeah.
They went through a lot of really dark times, and they're still making stuff today.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim?
Yeah, there have been some bad Earthworm Jim games, and then they stopped. There have been some bad Worms games, and there are still... Like, Worms WMD came out a year and a half ago, and it's one of the best Worms games. Hands down. Like, Worms Armageddon is considered the best game in that franchise, but I would put... right now...
Citation required.
Well, that's because you like Worms too.
Yes.
But I think most fans like who are still active in the community, for them it's always going to be Worms Armageddon, and I actually think Worms WMD is better than Armageddon.
I think they're all worse than 2 because they took out the ability to edit the games.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Hardcore fans are gonna side with me, I'm afraid.
It's 50-50 because on one hand, I really liked the amount of perspicacity that you get with the settings in Worms 2, but on the other hand, I feel like that was. I've got to get those marbles. Gotta have my puffs.
This is just a mindless collectathon with not great camera controls.
Well, I mean, it came out in 1990, whenever. So, what do you want? What do you want from me, Michael?
Mario 64 was the first one. Like, it did set a bar. Like, so far, it doesn't feel like Earthworm Jim to me.
Yeah, and I think that's why this one was kind of critically kind of panned. Is it's. I mean, it's still better. I still think this is better than Bubsy 3D.
That's no bar.
But that's a low. Yeah, that's a very, very.
That's none bar. Also, my favorite candy bar.
Do you remember that?
The none bar.
Do you remember the jingle for that? Because I remember the commercials as a kid.
Get you one, get you none. No, I don't know.
You think you want some, but you want none.
So you whip a hamster.
Uh-huh.
And that's in a kid's game.
Casual. This is the thing. Casual animal cruelty is, in fairness, on brand for Earthworm Jim.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying the rest of the game's like hard hitting comedy isn't hitting. Like I don't know. Totally, this feels very different to me than the other games.
What is actually firing at me right now? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what is happening at this point.
I think chat has started to notice that this is basically bad Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. Bad Banjo-Kazooie.
What is that life icon? Can you bring that part of the UI back up?
If I get hit.
Is it because you got hit?
Yeah, it's because I got hit. Oh, that face?
That looks so, like, who drew that? Their kid, was it Take Your Daughter to Work Day?
It's Derek.
Just had
Derek
the kids.
Hapley, aged 11, drew that one.
Derek, my lovely 11-year-old daughter. Hello, my name's Derek. That's fine. You do you, kid. Hey, there's a fridge.
There's 5 fridges.
Oh, 5 fridges.
This is going very well.
That's the name of my favorite Game of Thrones episode. 5 fridges.
5 fridges. It's also the name of my favorite Bond villain. She we meet again. 5 fridges. What's your thing again? I have 5 refrigerators in my.
I don't know what's more troublesome: the fact that your first go-to as James Bond is Sean Connery.
That's just the Bond voice everyone knows. I can't do like this. Dude, okay, do a Daniel Craig impression right now.
Hello, I am Daniel Craig.
Hello, my name is Daniel Craig, shaken not stirred.
Hello, my name. Grenades that don't have pins. They're just sort of balls.
Well, at standard definition, you're not supposed to notice that. But this is the anniversary high-def remaster of Earthworm Jim 3D that everyone was waiting for.
Shipped this on 9 platforms. So surprised. The Jaguar port was. So that character design is great. This well-decorated Colonel Crow, a full bird colonel, if you will. LOL. Nice one, Michael.
Good job. Hashtag full bird colonel.
I like how the first hashtag in this stream today was that everyone was just calling us hashtag salty boys. Which I think can be the title today.
Yeah, I feel like I can take some responsibility for the... Ben, no.
Cameron! Good God.
I mean, the camera in Mario 64 was not great by today's standards either. but it's better than
You
this.
could predict it.
Yeah, this camera just seems to be here. How long do I shoot the grenade? Very little.
So, is there a certain amount of marbles you have to collect before you can leave the level?
No, there's just a certain amount of marbles in the level. So there are some that I've already skipped because they're just not obtainable right now.
Right.
Either that's a jump I can't make, or I need something like Castlevania style to come back and retake that jump. You know, in many ways, Earthworm Jim 3D is the spiritual predecessor to Batman Arkham Asylum.
Did you ever play any of the 3D Castlevanias? Like, there's two new ones, and then there's the N64 one, right?
No, I never played Castlevania 64. Honestly, I had never played a Castlevania game until, I want to say, like 10 years ago.
I have to not look at this. It's making me nauseous, man.
Is it just the camera?
It's the going up and down, up and down, up and down. That makes my face hurt. What were we talking about? I don't know. We're talking about little green balls and how repetitive this game is.
Yeah, how this game is
and
visually...
like where even are you? Like, what is going on? You're collecting marbles in an old chicken coop and then murdering the chickens.
I believe this is Jim's memory of being an active participant in the Great Chicken Wars. If anyone wants to refer to the table, the coffee table book, The Art of Earthworm Jim 3D, and confirm that for me. Either that, or there is a comprehensive entry for this on Gimipedia, which is, of course, the official Earthworm Jim wiki.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Wormipedia. That would have been better. Dang it. I mean, they're all bad.
I like Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is pretty great.
That's like you guys are the only pun. Everybody stop. They get it, everybody stop.
I wonder if we... For some reason, like, in my head, the idea that Wikipedia was actually named after Wikipedia. So that was just, like, let's make our thing the pun.
Now I need to know, because my brain just thought of it, and I'm just going to look it up. Probably not going to be a thing. It is the thing. So... I'm at Wikipedia right now.
Okay.
It really is about the Sacred Hearth and pagan things.
Oh, I do wonder if my dad has an entry there.
Really?
Yeah. Well, my dad was a fairly prominent figure in the American pagan community. He wrote books and did podcasts and traveled and did all kinds of stuff.
I don't know. Well, either way, Wikipedia.com is there if you need it.
If that's your thing, you know. If you need to look up witches.
Debo Molina, what about Tikipedia, a wiki for all things Hawaiian? I think... Gosh, I don't even know where that statement lands, because like Tiki culture is very much the like, I don't know, people coming back from war and wanting to get a bad, Singapore sling at a Tiki bar post Vietnam. Not a lot of Tiki stuff in Hawaiian culture to my memory, but I could be wrong.
Oh, it's a gnoming missile. Okay, that's the dumbest.
Wait, what?
My gun changed, and it's a mushroom gun that fires these little gnome guys that just run straight for... I mean, I've lost the missiles now.
That's kind of great, actually.
The gnoming missile? Game of the year, 10 out of 10.
Oh, Debo would like us to know that Tikipedia was a joke. Thank you. It's fine. Now it's just all Wikipedia puns.
What a hell have I wrought.
That's where our show is. We're the Wikipedia pun show.
What do you think the Doctor Who wiki is called?
I don't. Wikipedia, like Wiki. I don't know, what is it called?
It's just called the TARDIS data core.
Like legitimately,
Yeah.
nothing to do with this.
I think it's because the term TARDIS data core appeared once in a classic episode.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we'll just call it that.
You know what we should do for fans of this show to congregate and discuss information? Let's take all the joy and whimsy out of it.
Yeah.
No, you need to go to the Doctor Who TARDIS data core. It's a lot.
How do I get these underwear?
Why is there underwear hanging from the ceiling?
I'm pretty confident I have to get that underwear, but how?
Did they retire your wares? It's like a jersey hanging up there.
Okay. Well, it's doing something.
That opened the door.
It did open a door. God never closes a door. Because he's born in a barn. That's the expression, right?
God never closes the door. Everybody's like, no, what?
Wrong button, Ben.
Okay, Wikipedia being the wiki for small wonder is pretty great. That one's very good.
Oh, I just killed the hamster. Okay. I hope that wasn't someone's hamster. Probably Dave Perry's hamster.
What's he up to nowadays? Where's the DP? Dave Perry. What's he doing?
Loves me some DP. I don't actually know. Can I get that? No. You gotta wonder. I know that, God, what's the name of the guy who created Earthworm Jim? Doug Tenapple. Or Doug Tenapple.
I believe his name was Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z,
That's just his name. You gotta say the whole thing.
His name is Dragon Ball Z Season 2, Episode 10.
A classic. Like, all you have to say all of that with the pause and go, a classic. It's part of your name? Yeah, it's my surname.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about him. Be dead. Be more dead.
I could say a lot about, like, MDK or Messiah. Like, his sort of high-profile failures that had a lot going on. Like, MDK I was obsessed with.
I don't think I ever played that. I remember seeing it a lot.
It was really good. Or I remember it being really good. It was really fun.
That was such a Homer Simpson scream. It's really difficult to not have 100% health on this game. Because I got hit once, and I had...
But you got the underwear.
I did get the underwear.
You got them garments.
That is such a Homer Simpson
Now get
scream.
these varmints. Ha.
That rhymes.
You're just like, statement of fact. That rhymes. Thank you. Next question. Your guys' questions are drying up.
Give us some good questions. Got to set up the antique.
You got 13 more minutes of stream. Also, we need to determine what we're doing next time.
Let's not do an N64 game. It is a silly system.
I really wanted to play Blast Core.
Another time, Mikey. I
know.
I need to play a real system for grown-ups. Don't at me. Oh, God damn it. Stop trying to kill me. And 100% health again. Or 95% health. Look at all these chickens go. Look at all these chickens. I can't get the underpants.
Can't get them drawers.
Gotta get me some pantalones.
Here's a fun one from our boy Debo. What's the scariest place to meet Christopher Walken?
At a screening of the sci-fi horror movie Sunshine, where he's giving a talk afterwards, where he's sharing his thoughts.
What does that sound like? This talk?
I think it would sound a little something.
No, you have to do the walking now. Now I need to know.
I I can't. There's no walking in me. I've got nothing. I was just trying to build up towards a walking on sunshine pun.
Hello, I'm Christopher Walken.
Hello, I'm Christopher Walken.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he sounds like, you know, generally speaking, when he's not acting. Hello, I'm Christopher Walken. Hey up, lad, I'm Christopher Walken. How's the doing?
Yeah, it's getting closer. Is there any situation you would, which you would rather switch places with Nicolas Cage? Batman asked us that question.
Wow, the Batman? First we had Chris Rock in the chat, now we have Batman?
To be fair, it's Bat Spaceman.
That's a different person.
Yeah, it's just, hello, I'm Bat. Last name Man.
Wow, the dead zone on this controller is ridiculous. Look at that, I'm not even touching the stick. Look at this.
Oof.
And we're gonna go get them pants. Hashtag pants snatch. Nope.
I would switch financial places with Nicolas Cage. I'm sure he's doing all right.
Yeah, he seems like he's set.
I mean, he bought a bunch of like really dumb stuff, so even if he's screwed, I would just sell all the dumb stuff.
Yeah, just sell.
Like, I'm sure Nicolas Cage owns multiple people's blood. I don't know who. I'm sure he does.
I want your blood. Oh,
it's my Christopher Walken.
Christopher. Good job. Oh, I'm Christopher Walken. Oh, that's not like Hank Hill. Oh, it doesn't sound like anything, Ben. Where am I going?
I would switch all of my dinners with Nicolas Cage's. I'm sure that man eats some good dinner.
That's when you find out he
weird ass dinner too.
Trivia, IMDb trivia for Nicolas Cage. He eats exclusively at Arby's.
Yeah, it's like for tonight for dinner he's gonna eat 9 Hungry Mans in a van in the garage. That's tonight's dinner plan.
Nicolas Cage has Farm Foods microwavable cheeseburgers flown in from England.
He's like the worst thing, like emergency flown in.
Who is this guy?
That's Darren's.
He's Gunnery Sergeant Mussolini.
Oh, God. Kill me. That is so bad.
I did it. I returned the underwear.
But you collected. So he lost all of his underwear on the roof?
Yeah. Hey, so did you find all of the moons in Mario Odyssey yet? Yeah, I did. What about the one where you have to give the chicken back his underwear?
What about the 4? You have to give the chickens back their underwear. All right. What do you want to play? What do you want to play? What do you want to play?
What do you want to play?
Name a system. Let's start there.
Sega Master System.
Oh, you fine.
Alex Kidd in the Miracle World.
Oh, just to answer, are political questions allowed? Not. I mean, everything's allowed. You can type whatever you want in the comment. And we can also ban you for saying it. So.
Yeah. You have the freedom of speech.
But no, we're not going to answer political questions. No. No offense, it's not a bad question. I just no.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to kind of keep on trucking.
So what are we gonna play? I'm saying I'm after you.
My gut says Alex Kidd in the Miracle World because I haven't played that game in a while, and it is a genuine.
Have you noticed this thing where if we do games that people remember and want to talk about, more people watch?
Well, then I can't because the Master System was. I mean, we'll attract.
Like Dark Forces did gangbusters for numbers for our show.
I had forgotten about that. We should definitely pick something people have like emotion about.
I think Force Gemini was too small and too hard. Although Earthworm Jim is doing it for me. What is even on Master? Like it's a system no one likes.
It's the system that didn't do well in America. Like it was big in Europe and Brazil and end of list.
Let's not do Master
Okay,
System.
yeah, that would be more for me than for anything else. I'm as smart as a waffle, Mikey. I did it.
What's a good game starring waffles? That's what I want. No, I'm kidding. There's not.
What? Is there anything obvious that we're not thinking of? The Simpsons Hit and Run. No. Ben.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's a bad choice.
Real rough choice.
It's also worse than Grand Theft Auto in that you can actually run over children in that game.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, a little bit. You can run over Millhouse with your car.
I never played like those late era Simpsons games. I didn't play.
I remember my friend Charles being very excited about bringing home a copy of The Simpsons Wrestling. And then
God, I forgot that was a thing.
I mentioned The Simpsons Wrestling in the Street Fighter 2 episode of Port Center, which is coming up very soon.
Oh, well, we could get some synergy.
Could do Street
Play
Fighter.
some Simpsons Wrestling.
Oh no, Michael!
But if we can't play it for an hour and a half, it's probably not a good choice. People like it when we play bad games. I don't know if you've noticed that.
But they've got to be bad games that people remember, which immediately brings me to Bubsy 3D. Oh no, are we going to do that?
No! List some things in the comments. Got a Willy Beamish on there. Wolfenstein 3D, Echo. Echo is an interesting choice.
Quake?
Commander Keen, Bart's Nightmare, Katamari Damacy.
I was never good at Bart's Nightmare, but I was always kind of captivated by it, like conceptually.
Was that Super Nintendo game?
Yeah, it was a Super Nintendo Chalmers game, yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Virtual Bart.
Oh, Virtual Bart I never played.
Virtual Bart was hard. I think you'll find that a couple of different people in the comments own Simpsons Wrestling.
Why?
It's popular. World famous Simpsons Wrestling.
Why would a person do that to themselves willingly? It's not a good game.
No, it isn't.
Simpsons skateboarding on the PS2.
No. Echo the Dolphin is an interesting suggestion. It's not Master System, it's Genesis, but
Yeah,
whatever you guys.
Yeah, we
call
don't
it.
have to do the Master System. We already discounted that the Master System had to be a lock. We can do. We're free. We're free of the shackles of.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like Genesis is at least close to that.
Sonic 3D.
So which one's Sonic 3D?
It's the isometric one that people don't like.
I've never even seen it.
Nobody likes Sonic 3D, but everyone gets angry if you suggest it's a bad game.
Why?
Because it's a bad game.
Comments get mad on cue. Do you want to do Sonic 3D?
Yeah, let's do Sonic 3D.
All right. Next week we are gonna play. Was that on Sega CD?
There was a Genesis version and there was a Sega Saturn version.
Wasn't one of them called like 3D Ultra Blast or something?
Yeah, I think either the 32X or the Sega CD version. Sorry, the Sega Saturn version. There was a PC port as well, which I had as a kid. Because of course I did. Got to get them ports.
All right. Well, the next week we'll be playing Sonic 3D.
Oh no!
I think that's gonna do it for us. It's coming up on 4:30. I've been living Star Wars and every rip of Star Wars for like a week and a half now. It's all I have anymore.
You got to live your truth, Mikey. And your truth is you willingly bought the prequel trilogy with your own money.
Well, cause I need pristine 1080 rips, dog.
Got to get them rips.
I don't want any 480p bananas happening in my show. It's got to look good, even if the movie doesn't look good.
I kind of feel like I might just keep playing this for a while.
All right.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
I'm going to kill that hamster, though.
I think the episode name is because Mouse Army's asking. I think we got to go with hashtag
Salty Boy, yeah.
Salty Boy, not one. It's got to be plural, I think.
Yeah, because we got very salty about Force Gemini. Whose choice was that? Who made that decision?
It was a bad call. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You know, you let your nostalgia get the better of you, and then I picked a superior game, which is Earthworm Jim 3D. Bye, everyone. He died.
All right, bye. See you guys next week.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to stop everything and go away and think about what I've done.
Yep.
So long, everyone.